Hey guys, so I got a surprise in the mail today. My Ent from Leekeworld came. I had ordered it originally on June 7th, and I paid it off on July 19th. And today is the 22nd, and it's already here. I'm amazed by the shipping. I did my payment on Sunday afternoon because I knew the next day was, well, that evening for me is actually the start of their work week. So I wanted to get in at the start, so maybe they could start production if they hadn't, because it took a month after I paid off layaway for my Ariana for me to get her, so. But I was amazed they shipped it within 2 hours of opening up that day, and she's already here. I also took advantage and added a couple more orders to this order too. They had a buy one get one giveaway for eyes, wigs, and shoes. I really like the look of their shoes. Like, they look like they're really good quality, but I wasn't really interested in any of the ones they had. They weren't really the style that I was looking for any of my dolls at the time. But I did get 4 pairs of eyes and 4 pairs free, which I was gonna buy some of these cases. They do sell the cases for the eyes for $1 a piece, but I ended up just buying the eyes since they're on sale. Now, if you have an open layaway with them, you can combine orders. They have a flat $22 shipping fee for any order. Like, unless you buy $350 worth of things, then you have free shipping, which if you're buying a doll, you're probably going to be spending that much anyway. But yeah, if you're buying just like one pair of eyes at $22 for shipping, just ends up being kind of ridiculous, and it adds up quickly. But you can add it to your already existing order and get the shipping free as well, or combine in whatever shipping you had already paid if you're still waiting on a order, which is pretty handy. But I like their eyes. They're really good quality. They have the flat backs. I've had eyes before that have the glass shards in the back. I don't know what that little piece is called from making them, and I'm not a big fan of those because I feel like I'm gonna cut myself sometimes, unless like I put tape over them or hot glue, so I didn't have to worry about jabbing myself and forgetting under the putty there's something sharp there. But these are cool. They come with their own little cases, and there's padding, and you can put other doll paraphernalia when you take the eyes out, or throw in whatever eyes you might have taken out of a doll. You know, they're great for storage. I had gotten more of the string hair from Leekeworld. I really liked it. I used it on some of my heat resist wigs for streaks from my Ariana, and I keep planning on adding more because you can just cut it off and stitch it onto the wig cap. Because I noticed with some of those wigs, you could see the head cap, and you know, you can add different colors to it. But you can also use it to make wigs too, and it's long enough that I even consider cutting it in half, so you have even more for a wig too. I'm not a huge fan of long wigs. And when I ordered the doll, I had gotten the art wig of Winter Tree. I actually really liked this wig when I saw it. I think it was back when I ordered my Rosemary I saw it, but they were all sold out, and I was really happy to see it come back when I ordered my new doll. And since I was already ordering, I threw on some white eyelashes that I needed for possibly this doll, and then I have an iris coming soon, and they don't need very much of those eyelashes. I can probably split them up to another doll too. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought the doll was in the bottom of the box, and I wanted to take my time and probably open the doll last. But I'm opening the doll now, apparently. This big patch. I am kind of sad she doesn't have a box It's kind of nice having something stiff to put her in if I need to. But she came in a bag. Well, not really a bag, but it is a folded blanket. This is one of those dolls I was really indecisive on. Like, I couldn't decide on the face at first or the skin tone. But I ended up going with lovely bee skin tone and getting the sleeping pumpkin head. My daughter was the selling point for the purple skin because it is her favorite color. And I decided if I was going to get blue skin, normally that would probably be reserved for zombies for me, but I don't really need a zombie Ent. I'm sorry, I am terrible at talking. I don't script at all or anything, so I have to think as I'm talking and watching the video, and it's a little hard, and I keep getting distracted by things behind me. So sorry if I stutter or have trouble finding words. The other heads I was thinking about getting were either Soda or Cutie, but I didn't have any sleeping doll faces yet, so I went with this. And this head cap actually has an anchor to the back to the head plate. Like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I don't know if that's needed there, but it's been a while since I had a doll like that. Well, the joint on the stomach of the horse body moves pretty well. I'm not so excited with the way the knees and the feet work. They don't move as much as I hoped they would. I'm probably going to wire her and hot glue suede her to get her to pose and hold poses better. But that's all the further her back legs can bend up. But her bottom of her feet almost look like little high-heeled shoes. And her arms, they don't bend. She's all single jointed. And I am missing a joint on her upper torso where it attaches to the horse body. It doesn't really move either, so there's not too much posability. This was kind of neat. Like, it was kind of like opening presents. I wasn't sure exactly what came with the Ent set. They did say online it was a 4-piece Ent set, I believe, but I wasn't sure what all was included in that and what they meant. I had a basic idea what was in all these bags, but I wasn't exactly sure. Like, I knew she had her lower body for human, which I didn't bother stringing her yet in human body. I might at some point, but I pretty much just got her just to have a centaur doll. She also did not come with her own eyes. Like, I was kind of curious on this because, like, every time I ordered a doll, they always came with eyes, but I noticed on the site they did not say eyes in what was included. But you could buy premium eyes. It was one of those things that was like, do they have like a standard eye they just ship out, or do you have to buy the premium eyes? And I did not buy them. But she came with her legs for her human body. Later I do open a hip joint too. And some feet. Like, I'm kind of curious how she'll look, but not enough to unstring her right now and string them on. I still think it was kind of neat to have everything in bags and tissue paper. Everything was a surprise. Like, I really didn't know what I was going to be opening up. For some reason, I don't know why I thought the doll was in the bottom of the box, spread out in these things. It just seemed like a lot. I didn't know they'd be divided that well. I don't know how I'm gonna find time to do things. Like, I now have 2 dolls without face-ups, and I'm going to be getting my Iris from dollzone here shortly, and I didn't get a face-up on her either, and I recently got some goat hair to start making some wigs too for my Bertha and Samantha. I really wasn't in love with the wigs I already had for them. I think I had gotten one from Lutz and another one just off of eBay, but I just wasn't feeling them like I thought I would. I wasn't that surprised to see the flower cap, but it was one of those things I didn't know if it came with the doll or not. Sometimes you see things in pictures, and especially like hair accessories, even if you buy full set, like a lot of times what's on the head doesn't necessarily come with it. But yeah, I was kind of surprised to open that. It's like a little flower cap. And she came with her feet and a little magnetic leaf tail. But the one magnet fits into the leaf part on the tail, but the other magnet doesn't seem to fit in the body, so I think I'm going to end up with a visible magnet when I go to attach her tail. Like, there's an indentation on her butt for it, but it just doesn't seem to want to go in. Since I don't have the magnets attached yet, I have to hold the tail there, which isn't necessarily ideal, but whatever. And there's her hip joint, for if I ever turn her human, which I really kind of preferred there was an option without legs. It probably would have been cheaper, because I honestly had no reason for her to be human. I was actually looking for a centaur doll for a while, but the hip joints are kind of neat because they do have 2 slashes in them on the side and the front, so they'll be able to move out and up. And my certificate of authenticity. They always put them on a parchment-like paper, and it normally has like flowers or whatnot pressed in it. It's kind of pretty. But it normally has the birth date and who packed your order or whatnot. I'm not looking at it right now, but it has information on the doll itself, which is neat, because sometimes you just end up with like a blank card where it has a place to write a date for a birthday, but doesn't. Other than her neck and arms, she has like no posability in her human half. And like, you can't even move her body within the horse body. Like, you can move it, it just won't pose. And I knew she came with the Ent forearms, or I assumed she did, but I wasn't seeing them in the box at all. And I ended up finding them after I was all done recording, and I unwrapped them. Apparently they got mixed in with a bunch of the opened tissue paper. Overall, I'm fairly content with my haul. I got the string hair in natural black, baby brown, and pink cocktail. And I can use that for streaks and other wigs, if not make all new wigs. I got the winter tree wig that I had wanted for a while. 8 pairs of eyes. And some eyelashes. With all her bits and pieces. So, yeah. And 3 of my dolls got to upgrade their eyes. My Radical, my Rosemary, and my Ariana. My Rosemary is actually wearing 2 different eyes. One's a mint on card one I had laying around. But I hope to see you again. Hopefully I'll be having another unboxing video within probably about 2 weeks. I have a dollzone iris coming from mint on card. It's been there now. I just had to make the last payment. And then I have Miss Kitty, Minnie Kitty, and Angela, but I won't be seeing them for a long time, and I'm not really planning on buying any other dolls this year, so I'm probably going to start doing some tutorials on the channel too. And you guys can learn with me as I learn to make wigs, and I've made a few pairs of eyes. I can probably show that too. So maybe I'll see you next time.